What's going on, everyone? Active Sin here, and we got some really cool news about Fire Emblem Warriors for the Nintendo Switch. So apparently they have updated the game since last time we saw it, and now there's actually a performance mode. So instead of playing the game at 1080p 30 frames per second, which I personally feel is too low for that game, they now have a mode where you can choose 720p, but you get 60 frames per second. This is awesome. More games should have stuff like this. Put the choice in the gamer's hands so we can say, oh, I'll play at 30 frames per second. Or for an action game like this, you can be like, hey, I want to play at 60 frames per second. This game gives you that option. Absolutely fantastic. There's a couple other things that they added as well. You can change the mode from classic mode to casual mode. So what this does is, in classic mode, if one of your heroes dies, they're permanently dead, because that is a feature of the Fire Emblem games, and they brought that over to Fire Emblem Warriors. But if you don't want that, you can play in casual mode where if your character dies, you don't lose them forever, which I think is pretty cool. It's nice to have stuff like that. And but you got to keep in mind, if you do change to classic to casual mode, you cannot switch back unless you start a whole new game. So once you go classic, once you go casual, you can't go back. So that's whatever. This applies only to the Switch version of the game, not the 3DS version. As far as the frame rate choice goes, on the 3DS, either way, it's just going to be 30 frames per second. That's just hardware limitations at that point. You can't get around that. But for the Switch, this is really cool. Choices are good. I believe this is the very first game on the Nintendo Switch that allows you to do this. This is obviously something that's very common on PC, and now Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro are doing stuff like this with Tomb Raider, where you can choose either higher frame rate or play the game in 4K. This is very similar. Either you can choose 1080p 30 frames per second or 720p 60 frames per second. Again, options are great. This is very cool. I think all games should do this. Every game should give you the choice like this. But yeah, this game's coming out in, I think, October, so look forward to that. And that's about it. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.